Hey Aries. All right. Let's see what's going on with you. Quick message, guys. Let's Get Lunch. That's the membership for some of you guys. That is going to go away at the end of December. It's going to change platforms. It's going to go on another platform. The Let's Get Dinner will still be there, and that's going to be an all access pass. That's so you can view anyone's video in the extended. And there's usually like 40 videos there in a month. But if you only care about just your sign, that will become a subscription on another platform, which I'm going to phase out in the month of December. So some of you guys might want to change your membership to over to Let's Get Dinner, or hang in there until I change the platform in January. You're the only sign. You're the only sign that I've grandfathered in to do that. If you want to do an extended one-off, that's also an option in the description box below. All right, thank you for your patience. Let's continue. I want to go into this, what are we doing? The 17th? I want to do the 14th into the 17th, third week of November. Yep, I do. Third week of November. The Devil in Reverse. If you want to know about this week coming ahead, please look at the video I just did this previous week. Okay? And I'm doing it like this so I'm early enough to do a December reading. Now, the Devil in Reverse and the Sun. Wow, I like that. And the Seven of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So, Capricorn, Leo. But let's chat. Whatever was toxic goes, all right? So if there was an obsession, those chains break and now you're happy. Whatever was toxic between you and someone else, it breaks and now you guys are happy. You left something that was toxic and now you're happy. We'll see more when we clarify, but that's like straight up. All right, let me see if I'm feeling anything else from this for you guys. Aries. I think it's a lot of you are breaking a pattern even unto yourself that was toxic for you. And it's a big thing. And I think that all these planets in retrograde are actually affecting you on a positive scale. So it is showing you inwards your shadow side. And, enlightenment and spiritual work and light work is not easy. It's actually quite hard. It's quite difficult. It's not fun. But I feel like that's what's happening here if this is speaking on an ethereal level, a spiritual level, because I would be remiss not to tell you that this is very spiritual. Seeing the Devil in reverse in the Sun, it just makes me so fucking happy for a lot of you. This is like graduation time. This is the time where you are erasing old patterns. You are enlightening yourselves. This is also the time that I want you guys to start making New Year's resolutions. We're not waiting for January. We're not going to do that stupid thing so that when New Year's rolls around and we're at parties, we're like, yeah, I already started my resolution like a month ago. Put it in motion. I'm excited for this year. Things like that, Aries, we're going to do. All right. See, at the bottom of the deck, I also see the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords in reverse, which means that thing that was in the shadows comes to light. All right. Those lies, that cheating, that person who ghosted comes back. It gets revealed. Right. If I was to put a positive spin on this is like if you were strategizing something, but you were keeping it quiet and low key. Now you're revealing it, and these are plans, right? Plans that you want to do that now you're ready. Yeah, look, somebody or something gets revealed and the truth comes out. You put your cards on the table and whatnot, and look what happens. Boom. Marriage, commitment, money, a lot of money. Yup, I'm loving this. I'm really loving this, Aries. It's like the beautiful the new emerging Aries you is coming out. Like a wise old, I know I used that line last week, but it's been happening, right? And now I'm just seeing it. I'm seeing the product. I'm seeing you like, oh, All right, what's coming in towards Aries, please? King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the opposing energy. This is male or female, the other person. But I see justice at the bottom of the deck. Why? Sometimes justice talks about court. Whatever that decision is, it will be fair and balanced for all parties involved. Some of you, sometimes justice is this person comes back to vindicate you or validate you. But this person's in the upright. This is talking about someone here who's very attracted. Either attractive or attracted to you. Chemistry, passion, creation, fire. They speaking your language, Aries. They speaking all kinds of fire. And you are understanding. Maybe this is your reward, because sometimes that's what I see justice as reward. Because let me show you something else. You're right under it. And then manifesting. What? Let us continue. All right. What is it Aries doesn't see coming their way, please? The Page of Wands in reverse and the Star card in cross. This is Aquarius energy. All right. You're challenged by trying to remain optimistic and positive. The Page of Wands in reverse is not a fan. But I guess if you know about it, you can kind of just remind yourself, as that week comes along, that third week comes along. Page of Wands means you're not getting enough of information, or there's a lack of interest, lack of knowledge. And what do baby Aries always do? They ask so many questions because they're so curious. You're not doing that. You're not being curious enough. You're challenged to stay optimistic. You just feel like something here will be fleeting, like it's not worth it, or like you're down on your luck kind of vibe. We'll see more when we clarify. I don't like that perhaps, but I can understand it also, because at the bottom of the deck you have the Seven of Cups, which tells me you're trying to see which is the right fit for you. So you're obviously trying to decide between two things. Because when I see a Seven of Cups, it's like when someone is faced with a problem or an issue and a choice, and they're saying, where should I invest all my eggs? So you're going to pause and reflect and do that. I can't wait to actually clarify that and see what's going on there. Because that's a shift in energy from the beginning to the middle. What is the advice here for Aries, please? What is their advice? Six of Cups and the Four of Cups. Interesting. Oh, the Hierophant. All right. So something from your past, like a commitment, can be your job, can be your career, or your marriage, or someone you were committed to from your past, right? There's something tied to it where it's unrequited, not happy, not thrilled, didn't really like it, wasn't interested in it. Now, these cards are falling in your advice position. So I feel like the universe is offering you something, but you might not be interested in it. And it's saying, please take another look at it. Moreover, you have to take traditional steps and the traditional route in regards to doing something here. Like you court somebody to get married or engaged, or you file paperwork to get a divorce, or you go to college to get a degree. That's traditional, the tried and true stuff, right? Six of Cups. Learning to shut the door on your past. Have those fond memories. Grow from those wonderful memories. Keep the love in your heart, but shut everything else out. Don't let it turn you, change you, or mold you into something negative. But the past belongs in the past, right? We'll see more when we clarify. Moreover, the Four of Cups always gives me pause because I know what that feeling is like, when you're offered something and then you're sitting there and you're wondering, can I shape it into something? Will it change in the future for me? Will it be more? Will I like it? But right now, you're not feeling it. You don't see it. And I know you don't want it to be a missed opportunity either. So, yeah, Spirit is saying definitely maybe take a look at this. Some of you, it is your marriage and your commitment from your past or your job and your career. And others of you, it's just knowing, right? We'll see more when we clarify. I actually can't wait to clarify because I can even relate to this. But I see at the bottom of the deck, you really need to weigh your pros and cons. Is it worth it? Right? What's worth it or not? Outcome of the week, please. For Aries. Taurus energy, by the way. So I have all the fires, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn. And now Virgo with Hermit. It's something that you're doing at the end of the week where you will retract your energy. I don't want to say forcefully, but you will do this whole like lone wolf thing to make a decision. You're not being lone wolf because you're being hurt or attacked. You're just doing it because you don't want outside interference or noise. You want to make that wise choice for yourself, right? You also want to get out of your head because you might have been losing inner peace and stress. And you're like, I will not let this define me, my life, my future. I've learned way too much and been through way too much to let something consistently stress me. All right, which is the right way to think, because Aries, if you keep living with something like this, you're going to get a tower. Spirit's going to be like, oh, well, we're going to disrupt your life because you can't live like this. That's not living. Right? But I do see at the bottom of the deck the guilt, the regret, the woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. Right? And then you being single, perhaps you were in a third party situation or you're entertaining one. Others of you, this is collaborating with the team, but you're protecting yourself. You're still doing this whole lone wolf business, even when you are interacting with people. I hope that made sense. We're going to start clarifying. By the way, I just got this deck from somebody from TikTok who gave it to me. It's called the Angel Tarot. The Angel Tarot. Oh my God, this deck is beautiful. If you're watching me, thank you. But I'm going to put this deck in the description box below because I don't know. I think that's pretty well priced for those of you who are into tarot decks. I know some of you ask me, oh, what deck are you using? But this deck is gorgeous because the pictures are so beautiful and clear and just it's got gold foil and I don't know. They're easy to handle too. Thank you, Person X from TikTok. Now, I think they're called Da Bring. At least their handle's called Da Bring. Thank you. All right, now the Devil in reverse and the Sun. Let's clarify this. Ooh, Ace of Wands. So pretty, this deck. Like talking to myself. And the Page of Swords in reverse. And what are you? This deck requires glasses. Okay. And the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of pentacles. Oh, there's the cups. Okay. So, I think whatever was toxic, you are leaving behind. And you are entertaining a new passion project or a passionate new beginning with someone. Because you have this Ace of Wands right here. Given to you. Interesting. I like the leaves on this branch because they represent the opportunities that can grow. And the Page of Swords in reverse. You're kind of doing this thing where like, I don't need to stalk. I don't need to check up on anyone. I don't need information. I don't need to do anything else. I'm happy. I want to live in this moment. Let me be. Let me live. I hear you. But, you know, keep your antennas up. And I think you're doing that is because now with this passionate new beginning, you are pausing and reflecting whether you should invest or because you have invested somewhere else, what you should do. So what is this King of Wands? Obviously, that's your Ace of Wands. Tell me more about the King of Wands, please, here for Aries. All right. Some of you guys are walking away from this person. Or they're walking away from you. Energies could be vice versa. That's sad. I didn't want to see that. Feeling left out in the cold. Either they are or you are. So somebody here is walking away because they're not being emotionally serviced. Or the love is just too one way. So you feel left out in the cold from this king. This king is available. But obviously there's something off. It's not working. You feel drained and left out in the cold, but you're still sitting there thinking about the time and energy you invested. I'm wondering if this Ace of Wands is someone else and you're leaving them. All right, let's continue. What is the Star card and the Page of Wands, please? The Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And the Empress. Understood. And the Eight of Wands. Aries, you're challenged to be optimistic and hopeful because you're still single and because you had these emotions where you were walking away from somebody. It doesn't mean you don't go back. That's the thing with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is like, people will stack their cups, right? And they'll say, well, feel free to fill them. If they're filled, I'll come back. So you leave to see what they do with them. But it doesn't mean you don't feel left out in the cold. Fast forward over here to this Page of Wands in reverse and your Star card in the cross. You're single. Nine of Pentacles. However, Six of Wands, they do come back to vindicate you, validate you. But this is an ego card in many ways. Ego meaning, yeah, I'm vindicated, validated. I feel good they came back to me. I feel good they're talking to me. But you have to hustle it. You can't leave it like that. You have to make amends or talk or chat. The Empress, you are thinking about your worth and your value and the things that you want to bring into this world, but you're saying this from a single point of view. That's why when I'm looking at the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands, you need to get curious. You need to ask more questions because even though they come back to vindicate you, validate you, to what avail? Where does this bring you? Where does this leave you? So you want to be aware of that, right? And you guys will be taking action back and forth with each other, but somebody is going to be resisting. What is the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups and the Hierophant? Please clarify. The Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Look at that. If you sit down and you reveal the truth, or you put, all your cards on the table, we're in the advice position. You can find yourself in a place of happiness with your person. Like this is a happy couple. These are happy colleagues. This is happy environment. You're in the right place with the right people at the right time. But you need to put your cards on the table to do so. And you will heal a rift between you and someone else. So maybe this is taking another look at that unrequited thing. It could bring you some happiness. All right. What is the Hermit? And sometimes, guys, this could be telling the truth to yourself. All right. Page of Wands. Get curious. Ask the right questions in regards to something that you might have been committed to, and doing the traditional thing. This could be talking about a reconciliation for some of you. Okay. Nine of Swords and the Hermit. Didn't I say if you don't make a choice, you're going to get a tower moment, and you don't want a tower moment? You have to, because it's... Guys, come on. Oh, the Devil. All right. I pretty much described how, the tower is a disruption. It needs to highlight something, because if you don't, you're going to stay living in it. You're like, oh, I can tolerate it. Oh, I can be this way. Oh, your life isn't moving. It's not. So I see you trying to make a wise decision. A lot of you, this could have happened, right? You could have had a fight at your job with your boss, and now you don't know where you stand. A lot of you, this can be, a relationship with a person, and now you don't know if you're going to break up. The relationship in general was rickety. So this could have happened, and now you're trying to make a wise decision in regards to what happened here. But the Devil is showing up at the bottom of the deck and is stressing you the fuck out. This is going to end. Can't say like this. I like it because, honestly, no offense, this has to be highlighted. You have to see it for yourself, Aries, right? So by the end of this week and by the end of November, I suspect this is you onward, upward from here. I think there's an issue in your lives, guys, that you need to deal with you and someone else. Unless this is you within yourself. And you need to handle this. Get a handle. Take the advice. Have a conversation. Communicate. Put your truths on the table. This will be everything, actually. Ask the right questions. Get curious. Don't be like, don't be scared. Fuck it. Because sometimes that's what the Devil is also. Like fear of just fear. Like insecurity. Like scared to ask. Scared to poke the bear kind of jam. There's a way. So do what you gotta do, Aries. Love. For Aries, love. Unless that's a person, then run away. Yeah, reconciliation and soulmate is here. We will see if this is one and the same or two different people and situations in the extended. This will be great, especially since we see Tower over there. Maybe this is definitely needed. You should know Tower is definitely needed because the disruption needs to happen to get you out of something that is toxic. Toxic for you, toxic for them, toxic in general, or to show you what is toxic or who. Unicorns? Shall we try unicorns? No. I know cursing is cringy, guys, but this deck curses. Aries, please. What you got for my Aries? Excuse me. Thank you. Anything else for Aries? No. To thine own ass be true. Have you gotten this before? The most common thing that holds people back from health and happiness is a willingness to be honest with themselves. True story. Did we literally just not say this about the Ace of Swords? It's been unscientifically proven. Owning who you are, what you struggle with, and where you want to be is the beginning of self-love and freedom. Kind of like when Sir Mix-a-Lot finally admitted that he likes big butts and he couldn't lie. His life blossomed thereafter. This is key to mitigating all of this devil shit and tower crap. Guys, grab your lifeline and do. All right, everyone. I'll see you over at the extended. Everyone else, I will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.